Oh, shit. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. Ray Fisher. Dropping mics, dropping bombs, whatever you prefer. He's just dropping shit. That's for sure. And he dropped another tweet today, which I'm sure you guys have all seen. It's all over everybody's timeline and everybody's talking about it because, well, I mean, this time he's bringing somebody else in the mix, okay? It's not just the normal names that we're used to seeing from him. This time he's bringing somebody else. He doesn't really name this person, but we can kind of guess who it is. And let's bring up the tweet right here. Okay, so this is what he dropped today. So you can better understand how deep this goes, after speaking out about Justice League, I received a phone call from the president of DC Films wherein he attempted to throw Joss Whedon and John Berg under the bus in hopes that I would relent on Geoff Johns. I will not. Accountability over entertainment. Holy shit. I mean, he ain't fucking around here, guys. Well, I mean, obviously we weren't thinking that, but it's just... I mean, obviously, when you see like a lot of people react to it, and a lot of people have, you know, they always like the same guys. They probably would. I think the same people that backed up Boyega are not backing up Fisher. It's kind of strange. The bias that's out there is very, very weird. It's peculiar. I don't understand it, to be honest. But obviously, he's talking about Mr. Hamada. You know, he's talking about Mr. Hamada. I mean, unless this phone call happened like, you know, a few years ago, and then it could be Nelson. I mean, we got to remember the whole shift, you know. Now it went from Nelson to Hamada. It went from Johns to Lee, which that was a vast improvement. Fucking A, that was a vast improvement. But obviously he's talking, this is what's going on here, guys. I mean, obviously, when we go back to that moment when Hamada was brought on, I mean, who brought him on? Geoff Johns? Okay. Geoff Johns, yes, I know there's like a lot of people, there's still people that defend the shit out of him, and there's still people that just, I mean, obviously when it comes to all this, it's, you know, there's not so much that we can just say, because obviously none of us were there. We don't know what happened behind the scenes with fully everything. You guys heard me talk about how I've heard really, you know, heard some bad things about Geoff Johns, and I could just say everything, and, you know, but it's all, you know, just hearsay kind of thing. You know, it's not like I could prove everything. That's why I kind of just go, I just laugh, because it's like, yeah, shit's coming out. I mean, there's even people, I mean, just under Ray Fisher's old tweets, you know, some girl said 17-year-old, she's 17 years old, and Geoff Johns was like DMing her, flirting with her. I mean, it's just, that's just a little bit of it. It's just scratching the surface, I guess, you know, but no, but obviously when it comes to Geoff Johns, yes, of course, why the hell wouldn't Hamada defend that? I mean, obviously, Hamada basically called Fisher and said, hey, I will give you Joss Whedon and Berg. I'll give you Whedon and Berg, but please stop talking about Geoff Johns. That's pretty much what was going on here. Okay. And I can only imagine, like, Hamada knows exactly everything that happened. I mean, he's willing to throw Berg and Whedon under the bus, but he wants to, like, you know, no, not Geoff Johns, not Jeff, even though he knows the shit that Johns pulled. That just shows you right there that, well, I mean, obviously, I mean, it shouldn't be a shock to anybody because it's Geoff Johns. I mean, obviously, I've said it time and time again. I mean, he was responsible for some of the best DC fucking books out there. And, you know, regardless of how you feel about any of that, I mean, if you want to continue to read his work, go right ahead, you know? And, you know, you can also pay respect to the work that he's given us in the past as well. But when it comes to all this, it just, I mean, it's kind of eye-opening of like just the fact that he was like, oh, please, not Geoff Johns, not that Hamada did that. And I know a lot of people, when Hamada got brought on, a lot of people were like, yes, Hamada. And it was funny too, because over this past, you know, couple of years, I guess, year and a half, 2 years that he's been on, everybody was kind of wondering, like, what is Hamada doing? What's Hamada doing? And it seemed like he was kind of making some moves, but what was he actually doing for Zack Snyder? Jack shit. He wasn't doing anything for Zack Snyder. Okay? 100%. I kept hearing, like, is anything happening, like, with the Snyder Cut when it comes to Hamada? I was hearing nothing. Like, the Hamada was, like, trying to just, you know, hey, don't pay attention to that. We're looking to the future. The future. Okay. And I know a lot of people were thinking that he was going to be some kind of savior, but I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Okay. And if this doesn't open your eyes to that, then I don't know what will. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Take it how you want to. You know, like I said, I don't know what other bombs are going to be dropped by Ray Fisher, but I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens. DC fandom. What's a couple weekends from now? Next weekend? Yeah, it's next weekend. That's going to be interesting. Talk to you later.